William Hutchison, Armenia, Columbia Realty for expats and Salento, Columbia Realty. Video number 300. If you had told me 13 or 14 months ago when I started this that I was going to do 100, I wouldn't have believed you. But today what I would like to do is kind of recap the videos that I've done with a summary of what we do for clients, because it goes far beyond the real estate area. You'll find when you come here that the culture here, at least in real estate, people don't know much about building relationships. There's no education of agents. Anybody can become an agent by going onto Facebook for 5 minutes. But I'm going to come back to that in another video and make my comments about the real estate. For today, I just want to tell you about some of our support services that we offer clients. Any of these, I know there's one or two that you can't do on your own, but the other ones you probably can. I guarantee you that you'll pay more and it'll take longer. So you can't think that the contacts that Alba's had for probably 40 or 45 years and the ones that I've cultivated over 13 here in Armenia are going to be available to you in a few days. It just isn't going to happen. So we support our clients. We don't turn our back on them. I have a client here, has been a client for 1.5 years, and we still help him. So it's pay for services, obviously. If you want to go on your own, 2 words, good luck, because you're not going to get the results that we can get for you. But I got to refer to my notes. When I started to itemize these, I thought there'd be 6, but there's a few more. And so I don't want to miss anything. I may even miss them with this list that I have. But this video should give you a recap of what we are. I remember one of the initial videos I said that we offer an airport pickup to Keys service, and we do. And there's a couple things that we're still working on. For example, we're trying to find an English-speaking plastic surgeon and an English-speaking doctor, and we haven't been successful yet. We had one, but he got transferred to Cartagena. So anyway, let's get started. We start off really with, in many cases, airport pickup, and it's English. The alternative is jump in a cab, have a Spanish-speaking driver. If you have Spanish, you're going to be fine. But if you want English-speaking, and recap as we're driving to wherever you're staying of Armenia, we talk about the city, we talk about the advantages, and so on. Many of you know that I can talk about Armenia all day long, and there's much negative that I can say about it. It's all positive. You can call me biased if you want, but I'm in this to make people happy, and I doubt that many can come here and not be happy living here. Second thing I want to tell you about is coming here for either your get to know visit or you come here permanently. We can help you with the rental. Right now I have 5 condos. 2 of them have gone long term. One is gone 10 months, a 3-bedroom. The other 3-bedroom has gone 14 months. So I have a couple of 1s and a 2 left. I'm going to have to find others. There's a lot of Airbnb here, and you can go with that. There's, I think, over 1,000 if you put in Airbnb Armenia, which is a lot. And you may not know Armenia well enough. Just send me the link, okay? There's no charge for that. I'll tell you yes or no and why. Because there's a lot of buildings here, even in good barrios, that you don't want to be in, because they're infested with Airbnbs and your stay is not going to be very enjoyable. One big thing here that we do is we get you set up with your cell phone. And Alba, again, I have to say, I thought when I started this that I was the big dog, but I couldn't do 75% of what I do without Alba. I mean, it's amazing the number of contacts that she has. But she has a contact at Claro. She sets the account up for you. We pay the first month. I mean, it just makes things easier because they want the first month paid. And then she gets your phone unlocked. The charge to unlock the phone is about 25% of what a new phone would cost you. So, you know, you make that decision. The one thing I'll say is I could say to you, and this is one of the things that you're probably not going to be able to do yourself. I could say to you, the fellow that unlocks the phone is in North Armenia, find him. You'd be months. There's no question about that, because I've tried to have tech stores open flip phones for me a few years back and they couldn't do it. So this fella opens your phone, Alba gets you your phone number, pays the first month's rent, and away you go. And you've got a cell phone and you're in touch with everyone that you want to be in touch with. We have an English-speaking lawyer, and by the way, almost all of these people that provide a service are English-speaking. We have an English-speaking lawyer that'll help you with a rental contract. If you decide to buy after a period of time, she'll help you with that. But she's also an expert with visas, and when I say expert, she worked for Congress in Bogota for a number of years, so has the contacts that work for government. Not so much the elected people, but the ones that work for government. I think that is of value, and I know it is. Recently we had 2 little blips, and she straightened them out in a matter of a few hours with 1 or 2 phone calls to each of the contacts that she had. She just has another level of knowledge, of relationships, I guess you could say, that a lot of other people don't. When you're doing your visa, you'll need medical. You need a medical certificate done by a doctor, and you need the blood test done. Blood test is simple. It's only blood type, hepatitis, syphilis, and HIV. Alba takes you to the lab, and then for the medical certificate, we have a doctor that comes to our house. It's very basic too, height, weight, and certifies that you're mentally okay. So we look after that for you as well. We have an English-speaking odontologist. All of his staff speaks English. I think there's 4 on staff. 2 of them teach at the dental college. Whether teaching at the dental college or not is something that's a step above normal, I don't know. But if they've been hired as teachers, they must be decent dentists as well. One of the big things here, when I first started the channel, most of the questions were about safety. And now my questions are visa and health. We also have health covered, an American-speaking, English-speaking American that works with his wife. She's the EPS rep, and she's also bilingual, and we have the contacts for them. So when you come here, your health insurance is covered as well. Premiums are unbelievable. I mean, I've talked about them in the other videos, and I'm going to do a video just on EPS, a short one, and it's going to be about the premiums, because I mean, a husband and wife with 2 children paying $60 a month, a 67-year-old man paying $38 a month, and that's for full coverage. Don't forget, Colombia is number 22 in the world for healthcare, ahead of Canada, the US, and Australia. We have a bunch of contacts for daily items, where to buy your meat, where to buy your fish. Alba has all of those, mattresses, furniture, things that she's cultivated over a number of years. Some of these people she went to school with. So you can take advantage of those things as well. We have an English car dealer, English-speaking car dealer. He's the general manager of the Volkswagen dealership, but he has access to other brands through sister companies. And I think the other brands are, I know it's Audi and Honda, and I think the other one is Hyundai. So, you know, whether you want to buy new or used, we have an English-speaking salesman to help you with anything with your car. We also have, and Alba will do this for you, she'll get you the car insurance. If you decide that at some point you want a car, there's private insurance here, and there's also SOAT, which is a mandatory government insurance that you have to buy if you have a car. By the way, if you come here, your license is good that you have from your home country. It's good on the tourist visa. If you get a Colombian visa, it's the law that you have to have a Colombian driver's license. And we have someone, a Transito employee, that will walk you through that process because it's involved and he can make things go much smoother. He actually holds your hand, and I mean, he's done a phenomenal job for us getting licenses. Let's not forget about the furry friends. We have an English-speaking vet, and her English-speaking daughter is an expert with bringing animals into Colombia. Last thing you want to do is bring your dog or your cat or your iguana and have it quarantined for 30 days. I think the one issue too here is if you fly direct to Armenia, there's no veterinarian to clear it into Colombia. Bogota, I think, has veterinarians in El Dorado probably 24 hours a day for animals arriving. But here you'd have to make the appointment with the vet, and they can look after that for you as well. Financial, you get financial advice. There's reasons here that I don't want to go into. We would have to do that in PMs. You know, I've never seen a check written here in 14 years, so you don't need a bank account. I'll tell you how you bring your money in. I mean, it's basically ATMs. And there's also a situation here with one of the banks where you put your card into the machine. They give you a rate of about 8% on foreign exchange. You refuse the rate, and they come back to you around 3%. A lot of expats don't know that. They just refuse the rate, and it ends up being very costly in a transaction, but even much more costly if you add it up at the end of the year. We're also offering the flex tours, and you can take advantage of those if you want to learn a little bit about the area. 1, 2, or 3 days, entirely up to you. I'm looking at tweaking it now because I have it with 5 dinners, and maybe we don't need 5, and I can drop the price a little bit. But if you do the 5, then you learn a little bit about the 5 best restaurants to eat in Armenia. On the tour, we don't go to Kentucky Fried or McDonald's or Domino's. We stick to the better restaurants in Armenia, and then you know in the future what restaurant you might want to go to. I mean, you just have a choice. You could find that out on your own, but you would have to go to all of them and sort it out for yourself. So that's the video for today. I might have missed something. I think this is fairly thorough. What we're trying to say is that we don't turn our backs on clients. They need help. We'll make it much, much smoother for you, and in all likelihood, cheaper. I mean, some of these things, for example, I didn't mention it earlier, but Olympica, I've mentioned it in other videos. 20% off on Wednesday, 40% off if you get the card. And some people aren't aware of that. Now, if you get the card and you save 40%, and it's because of our tip, you save that continuously. I mean, 7 years from now, you're still shopping at Olympica on Wednesday and you're still getting that 40% discount. In the meantime, because Olympica is the Walmart of Colombia, and you have major purchases, we make our card available to our clients so that you can get the discount. Sometimes you'll see a television, it's regular $600. It's in Colombian pesos, but I'll give you the example in dollars. $600, it's on sale for $400, but if you put it on the card, it's $340. And what we do is we put it on the card, pay it off the next day. and that way you save, because there's major appliances if you decide to stay here that you're going to have to buy. Television, refrigerator, washing machine, maybe you want a dryer. There's not a lot of dryers here, but some people prefer a dryer. So that's it for today. Very, very long video. I hope you've hung in till the end. 300 is, I'm amazed. I've enjoyed every one. I'm not complaining one bit. And I've met a lot of interesting people. I've had some really good comments, not many negative, which I am pleased about too. So, if you're looking at Armenia, give us a call. The big thing here, especially in real estate, is you can use our experience, our advice, and it doesn't cost you anything. It's the seller that's paying. And believe me, I find it hard to believe that people turn down anything free. And that's what we are as far as the real estate side is concerned. So have a good day. Friday here, weekend coming. I live in paradise, and you can too.